Thank you.
All right, we're not seeing numbers here for that tonight, you all. All right, what's your name, sir?
Wilson Gabriel. I don't know what the charges are or nothing, miss, but I haven't even seen pre-trial or nothing like.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence, criminal trespass, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. So you cannot go back to 180 West Valencia Road. You understand that?
I understand and I won't go back if look, miss, I ain't gonna lie. I have a history myself.
Just be quiet and I will
I have a
tell
history.
you
Hold on
what
real
to do,
quick.
okay?
Look, I have a
No
history myself.
contact with Ms. Robles.
I won't go back.
Good. No return to the incident location and come back to court July 29th at 9:30.
And that's it.
And that's it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What happened?
Okay, so should I leave the sentence review things or should I send them to Judge Mayhew?
Judge Mayhew to look through.
See what they.
Is it going to Judge Mayhew?
That's a you.
That's it, you. Just move the whole thing to that date.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about giving him, I was thinking about keeping him and then I changed my mind.
Okay. Right, but he's got some sentences.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Judge Blue on,
Oh, with Judge
Blue
Blue.
on next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes,
What's up?
what's up?
Senna and Varela have not shown up yet, so we might just have to skip down to Glenar, if that's okay with you.
Okay, yep, that's great.
Thank you.
So he's already said, yeah, give them all to Judge Blue. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he was all Judge Mayhew.
No, he's got some sentence reviews with Judge Blue on Wednesday, so.
What's your name?
What's your name, sir?
Joseph Blair.
You are charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. And I am going to order you not to commit acts of domestic violence. Do not return to the victim's residence. So you have to find somewhere else to live. And you need to come back to court for a pretrial on July 30th at 10:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you're released with those conditions.
Thank you.
¿Quieres?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Jose Gutierrez.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, you have warrants for, let's see, domestic violence, criminal damage from 2023, resisting arrest and domestic violence disorderly conduct from January 2023, and interference with judicial proceedings, domestic violence. So I'm gonna hold you on a $2,000 bond and appoint a lawyer to represent you. Let's see who. Jill Gookin to represent you. Order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence. And your next court date is going to be July 2nd at 1 p.m. on all of these. And that's it, sir.
You're all set. Howard?
Hello?
Just a second, sir.
One,
Okay, what's your name?
Good tomorrow.
Mr. Howard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you got a new charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. And that's with him with all of that over there, right? This is all Mr. Howard, okay. And on your justice court case, I'm gonna order you not to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to come back to court on July 30th at 8:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Okay.
So on that one, you're released, but on your multiple city court cases, I am gonna hold you on a $500 bond for all your failures to appear, give you the city public defender to represent you, and your next court date will be July 9th at 1:45.
Am I staying here or am I leaving?
You're staying,
You're staying,
unless you
pay $500.
For how long?
All
All right,
right.
the public defender will be out to talk to you.
Come on up this way, please.
That's it.
That's it, sir.
We'll get 45. The payment, or on this side on English. What's
What's your name,
What's your name, sir?
Alex Munoz.
All right, Mr. Munoz, you are charged with domestic violence, violation of court order. And it looks like you already were told once not to go back there. So I am going to What'd you tell me? I have a note on Mr. Munoz, but I don't know what I did, and I can't find his minute entry. What was I supposed to do with him? Something?
I didn't.
Somebody wrote a line, me? I don't know, but I don't see his minute entry for Mr. Munoz.
Oh, shit.
And she go.
I'm
I'm looking for paperwork, sir. I'll get back to you in a sec. All right, well, while we're working on the paperwork, I'm gonna order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, not to return to the victim's residence or have any contact with her. I'm going to appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you, and I'm gonna hold you on a $2,500 bond, and your next court date will be 1 o'clock on July 2nd. And that's it, Mr. Munoz.
Hang on.
I'll fill that in when you get it to me. Made a note of what I was doing too. All right, what's your name, sir?
Zachary Thomas Kelly.
Zachary Thomas, what's your last name? Tell me again.
Kelly, Kelley.
And what's your date of birth?
June 8th, 1981.
Okay. All right, so you are charged with the refusal to provide your true name and shoplifting. I am going to order you not to go back to the incident location. And I'm going to release you, and you need to come back to Justice Court on July 30th at 8:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then you're released.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, what's your name?
Barley roasted.
Okay. You are charged with domestic violence assault and 2 counts of domestic violence. One's domestic violence disorderly conduct, one's a regular disorderly conduct. And I'm going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to come back to court on July 23rd at 8:30 in Marana City Court, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand? You're released. What's your name?
Christopher Highsmith.
All right, Mr. Highsmith. You have multiple failures to appear out of city court for criminal trespass, shoplifting, drug paraphernalia, violation of a court order. So I'm going to order you not to go to any of the incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to appoint Mr. Grinkowitz to represent you again. I'm going to hold you on a $995 cash bond, and your next court date will be July 8th at 1:45.
Okay.
Okay?
Go sit back down there with the other guys. It's a. Oh. Mike.
Have a seat, please.
What's your name?
Christopher Swig.
All right, you got a new charge, it looks like, from today of criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia, and then many, many failures to appear in court. So I'm gonna order you not to go back to any of the incident locations. I'm gonna appoint the public defender, hold you on a $750 bond, and your next court date will be July 8th at 1:45.
What is today?
Today is the 30th.
Your Honor,
Uh-huh.
was Swink or Jake held on a bond?
Who?
The last person that was just here, was he held on a bond?
Yes.
Yes.
How much was the bond again?
I can't remember. What did I set, Stephanie? The $750? I think I did.
Yes.
$750, a random bond.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do we have an interpreter on the line, like a Spanish interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor, this is Sionisera, Spanish interpreter on the line.
Okay, thanks. We don't need you unless you speak Russian.
I don't mean interpreter be excused. Thank you, Your
Yeah.
Honor. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Mr. Budnoff,
That,
do you speak any English at all?
my English not so well, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try, and if you don't understand it, we're gonna have to wait until the morning, because we don't have an interpreter. You understand?
Try my best.
Okay, so you are charged with domestic violence, criminal damage, and domestic violence, disorderly conduct. And I'm gonna release you with the condition that you don't commit any acts of domestic violence, and you have to come back to court. So it's a not guilty. You understand that?
Got it.
All right.
Your Honor.
So I'm gonna release you, and it sounds, like it's okay for you to go home, but no more of this. And then come back to city court on August 13th at 1:30. You understand?
I understand, Your Honor.
All
right, and then we'll get you an interpreter on that day, for that August 13th date, okay?
I understand.
Okay, all right, then you're released.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that's it, sir. Oh, it got worse, was like imposing conditions and stuff. Did you get do I have to refresh to get Munoz in there? Okay. I can refresh. There, I'll sign now. Sign. Weird, he is not showing up. Well, there he is. He's with initial review. I thought I got rid of those guys already. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna do this 1 minute entry, sir, and then I will get to you, okay?
Okay.
The three I continue, are they in the right place? Okay. Okay, there's. All right, so, sir, what's your name?
My name
Your name, sir?
is James. My name is Jock.
James Joe. Okay. And Ms. Cowan on the screen there is your lawyer tonight, so she'll speak for you, okay?
Okay.
It sounds like you have a warrant out of Maricopa County, but it only has a $100 bond. Let me check and make sure that's right. Yes, so I'm gonna release you, but you need to report to Maricopa County by the end of the week, okay? Well, you need to call them for the next court date by
Okay.
July 3rd. So by Wednesday, you need to call them and get another court date, or a warrant will issue for your arrest again, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you're released on that, but you're gonna keep getting arrested unless you take care of it.
Okay.
All right, sir, and that's it.
Thank you. Your Honor.
What's your name?
Toby Marshall.
All right, Mr. Marshall, you are charged with a felony criminal damage. And then I have misdemeanors, for the other stuff. Ms. Cowan is your lawyer today, so she will speak for you. Do you have somewhere else to live, sir, besides home?
Yes, ma'am.
Honor, I think the victim doesn't object to his release.
Yeah. I was just looking because the form, the old fashioned Form 4 they filled out, they said they wanted contact, but they must have changed their minds. So if you have somewhere else to live, sir, I will release you, and you're not to have any contact with them right now, with your mother or your stepfather. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And not to return to their residence.
Yes, ma'am.
No act of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And I will release you to pretrial services. So you need to report to them and do what they want. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And your next court date will be a preliminary hearing on July 10th at 1:30. So if you don't show up for that, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then you have misdemeanors that are related to this, assault and assault, and disorderly conduct. And those you don't have a lawyer on, I'm releasing you. Same conditions, no contact, no return, no acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. That one you gotta keep track of yourself. Your court date in Oro Valley is July 29th at 10:30. And if you don't show up for that, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
So,
All right, then you're released with those conditions.
Miss.
Wait.
Miss-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So I'm a public defender. The officers are going to give you a sheet of paper. It'll have the public defender's telephone number on it. Call the office tomorrow and see who your lawyer is. And don't discuss your case with anybody but your lawyer, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Okay, Doc?
What's your name?
Eddie Lee McQueen.
All
right. Mr. McLeod, you were arrested for felony drug charges, and the state is gonna dismiss the felonies. I will grant that dismissal. So what you have left is misdemeanor shoplifting and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm gonna order you not to go back to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to come back to justice court on July 30th at 8:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest on these misdemeanors. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you're released because the felony's gone.
Thanks.
1874, please.
What's your name?
Antonio Smith.
All
All right, looks like you have a warrant out of Santa Cruz County for aggravated driving under the influence. Let's see what happened here. You've got a probation case on your for DB already too. So, Ms. Cowan, as a county public defender, do you want to be heard on this or not really? Because it's a Nogales case.
And is there a warrant?
There's a warrant with a 1999 bond, and I'm tempted to honor it because I know that Santa Cruz County likes us to do that. So.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so, sir, I am going to hold you on that warrant for a $1,999 bond. And your next court date will be a review hearing here to make sure they either came to get you or they didn't, on July 29th at 9 a.m. And I'm sure Santa Cruz County will appoint an attorney. And then you have this new domestic violence case. Criminal damage and disorderly conduct. And I am going to, let's see. Hold you on a $500 bond on that. And appoint the city public defender to represent you. No acts of domestic violence, no return to the victim's residence. And your next court date will be August 13th. No, I lied. July 10th at 1:30.
Your Honor, am I correct in this note that the victim wants contact with him?
Yes.
Yes, but I'm not wanting him to go back to her residence, but he's gonna have contact. It's true. And then,
I'm
gonna consolidate the probation case too.
All
All right, so your lawyers will be talking to you, and those are your next court dates, all right?
So I'm being held.
You are.
You are. $1,900 on the DUI and $500 on the DV.
So.
That's it.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost.
I'm gonna
I'ma stay
speak.
loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth.
What?
What?
Oh, he does?
Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yes, neither of us looked.
That's just.
Just like you did.
What's your name?
Sir?
Daniel Wittenbeck.
All right, let's see. You are charged with robbery,
Why
possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia from today. And Miss Cowan is your attorney, so she'll speak for you. And the prosecutor suggested $1,000 bond, Miss Cowan, since he already has a hold or a probation. You okay with
I
that?
saw that. Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, so no contact with the victims, no return to the incident location, no weapons or other guns or other firearms. And then I will appoint the public defender to represent you on these new felonies. Your preliminary hearing will be July 10th at 1:30. So that'll be your next court date. Then you have a probation notification out of city court alleging that you failed to attend review hearings, failed to comply with your agency requirements, failed to submit proof of substance abuse counseling, and failed to submit proof of domestic violence counseling. And on all of those and your other cases, I'm gonna hold you on a $500 bond and give you a city public defender. And your next court date will be July 11th at 1:45. That's it, Mr. Whitten.
So I just have a $500.
You have an adult probation hold. You have a $1,000 bond on the new cases, and you have a $500 bond on the city court cases.
Okay.
So,
And-
Ms. Cowan, you want to talk to him?
I do. The judge assigned a public defender to represent you. So the officer's gonna give you a sheet of paper with the telephone number of the public defender. You should call tomorrow, see who's gonna represent you, and don't discuss your case with anybody but your lawyer, okay?
No, these are robbery charges. I didn't do nothing. It's crazy.
Well, you got to just talk to your lawyer. They'll be able to look at all the police reports and all that and go over them with you.
Alright.
Okay?
All right, do we have those last two people?
Yeah.
Mr. Whitten.
Did I skip somebody? I have three, Your Honor.
No,
I have
just.
Evans.
No,
Evans and
Evans is in
Christine.
the Evans is in the hospital. So we have Sena and Varela too.
Gotcha.
All
All right. And Mr. Sena, they're both misdemeanors. All right, so you, Mr. Sena?
Yes, ma'am.
All
right, you got warrants for shoplifting from January of this year. Got a warrant for shoplifting from March of this year and a trespass. And let's see. And a history of failures to appear. So, I am gonna hold you on a $250 bond. Appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you.
Okay.
And your next court date will be July 2nd at 1 o'clock.
Okay. So I don't have an out date?
You don't, get out, come to court.
Huh?
If you post the bond, come to court that same date. You can meet your attorney.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to post a bond. I have nobody out there, so.
Okay, so July 2nd is only 2 days away.
Okay.
And, Doug Taylor will represent you then, okay?
Okay, that's it?
Yep, that's it.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Your Honor, what happened to Celestine and
And Giovanni, all three of those are at the hospital, was my understanding. So all three of the housed felonies are in the hospital. So you guys can be excused, because all I have is this one last misdemeanor, so thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good night.
Well, thank you. It's always a
Night, Margo.
pleasure. Take care, Ryan.
What's your name?
Teresa Rilla.
All right, Miss Rilla, I am seeing you. I didn't realize you were in custody just a sec. I am seeing you on a failure to appear on a shoplift case out of justice court. And since you're in custody already, I'm gonna hold you on a $100 bond so you get some credit and set you for July 2nd at 1 o'clock. And then I will appoint Jill Gookin to represent you, and that way she can follow along and see if you want to be seen on this misdemeanor or if you want to just wait and see what's going on with your felony, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, that's it. All right, thank you all at the jail.
Thank you.
Night.
Except they were all going to be back again